A person who can speak two languages. A. Monolingual. B. Bilingual. C. Multilingual. D. Polyglot. B. Bilingual. Explanation. A person who can speak two languages is called bilingual. Mono means one, bi means two, and multi or poly refers to more than two. 2. A government run by a king or queen. A. Monarchy. B. Oligarchy. C. Republic. D. Democracy. Explanation. A government ruled by a king or queen is known as a monarchy. Oligarchy refers to rule by a few people. Republic is a state where the head is elected, and democracy is where citizens participate in the decision-making process. Are 3 a handwriting that is difficult to read? A. Calligraphy. B. Typography. C. Scribble. Illegible. Answer D. Explanation. The term illegible refers to handwriting that is difficult or impossible to read. Calligraphy is decorative handwriting, and scribble is careless or hurried writing. 4. A person who does not believe in God. A. Atheist. B. Agnostic. C. Theist. D. Heretic. Explanation. An atheist is someone who does not believe in God. An agnostic is someone who believes that it is impossible to know whether God exists. A theist believes in God. And a heretic is someone who holds beliefs contrary to established religious doctrine. 5. A story that teaches a moral lesson. A. Allegory. B. Fable. C. Novel. Answerable. Fable. Explanation. A fable is a short story, often with animals as characters, that conveys a moral lesson. Allegory is a story with a hidden meaning. Novel is a long fictional story, and parable is a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson. 6. A place where animals are kept. A. Apiary. B. Aviary. C. Zoo. D. Stable. Explanation. A zoo is a place where animals are kept for public viewing. Apiary is where bees are kept, aviary is for birds, and stable is for horses. 7. A person who compiles dictionaries. A. Cartographer. B. Lexicographer. C. Bibliophile. D. Editor. Explanation. A lexicographer is someone who compiles dictionaries. A cartographer makes maps, a bibliophile is a lover of books, and an editor revises and prepares content for publication. 8. A person who is obsessed with themselves. A. Narcissist. B. Egoist. C. Altruist. D. Philanthropist. Answer A. Explanation. A narcissist is someone who has an excessive interest in themselves. An egoist also focuses on self-interest, but not to the extreme of narcissism. An altruist is someone who cares for others, and a philanthropist is someone who promotes the welfare of others. 9. A speech delivered without preparation. A. Extempore. B. Manuscript. C. Soliloquy. D. Dialogue. A. Extempore. Explanation. Extempore refers to a speech delivered without preparation. Manuscript is a written document, soliloquy is a monologue, often in drama, and dialogue is a conversation between two or more people. And for 10, a list of books and writings of an author. A. Biography. B. Bibliography. C. Autobiography. D. Manuscript. Answer B. Explanation. A bibliography is a list of books or writings by an author. A biography is a detailed description of someone's life written by someone else. Autobiography is a self-written account of one's life, and manuscript is the original copy of a book or article. 1. A place where coins are made. A. Arsenal. B. Mint. Factory. D. Atelier. Explanation. A mint is a place where coins are made. An arsenal is where weapons are stored. A factory is where goods are produced. And an atelier is an artist's workshop. 2. A person who loves books. A. Bibliophile. B. Philatelist. C. Bibliopegist. D. Cartographer. Answer A. Bibliophile. Explanation. A bibliophile is a person who loves books. A philatelist is a stamp collector. A bibliopagist is a bookbinder, and a cartographer is a map maker. 3. A person who believes in fate. A. Fatalist. B. Optimist. C. Pessimist. D. Realist. A fatalist. A fatalist believes that all events are predetermined and inevitable. An optimist expects positive outcomes. A pessimist expects negative outcomes. And a realist sees things as they are. 4. A study of ancient objects. A. Geology. B. Archaeology. C. Paleontology. D. Etymology. Answer B. Archaeology. Archaeology is the study of ancient human history and artifacts. Geology is the study of Earth's physical structure. Paleontology is the study of fossils. And etymology is the study of the origin of words. 5. A speech made to oneself. A. Dialogue. B. Monologue. C. Soliloquy. D. Lecture. Explanation. A soliloquy is a speech in which a character talks to themselves, often used in drama. A monologue is a long speech by one person. A dialogue is a conversation between two or more people. And a lecture is a formal speech, typically for teaching. 6. A place where orphans live. A. Orphanage. B. Hostel. C. Convent. D. Dormitory. Explanation. An orphanage is an institution where orphans are cared for. A hostel provides lodging, a convent is a residence for nuns, and a dormitory is a large sleeping room typically for students. Or 7. A disease that affects a large number of people in a region. A. Endemic. B. Pandemic. C. Epidemic. D. Sporadic. Answer C. Epidemic. An epidemic is a widespread occurrence of a disease in a community at a particular time. Endemic refers to something regularly found in a specific area. Pandemic is a disease affecting a large part of the world, and sporadic refers to something that occurs irregularly. 8. A person who collects stamps. A. Numismatist. B. Philatelist. C. Bibliophile. D. Anthropologist. Answer B. Explanation. A philatelist is someone who collects stamps. A numismatist collects coins. A bibliophile loves books, and an anthropologist studies human societies and cultures. On 9. A government by the wealthy. A. Plutocracy. B. Autocracy. C. Democracy. D. Bureaucracy. Answer A. Plutocracy. Plutocracy refers to government by the wealthy. Autocracy is ruled by a single person with absolute power. Democracy is ruled by the people. And bureaucracy is a system of government where decisions are made by state officials. 10. A place where scientific experiments are conducted. A. Workshop. B. Laboratory. C. Studio. D. Foundry. Answer. Explanation. A laboratory is a place where scientific experiments, research, and tests are conducted. A workshop is a room or building for making or repairing things. A studio is a place where artists work. And a foundry is where metal is melted and cast. 1. A person who travels to a holy place. A. Tourist. B. Pilgrim. C. Nomad, itinerant. Answer. Explanation. A pilgrim is a person who travels to a holy place for religious reasons. A tourist travels for pleasure. A nomad moves from place to place. And an itinerant is someone who travels from place to place, usually for work. 2. A large-scale departure of people. A. Exodus. B. Immigration. C. Influx. D. Immigration. Answer A. Exodus. Explanation. Exodus refers to a large-scale departure of people. Immigration is moving out of a country. Influx is an arrival of people. And immigration is moving into a country. 3. A child of unusual or remarkable talent. A. Genius. B. Prodigy. C. Savant. D. Scholar. Explanation. A prodigy is a young person with extraordinary talent or ability. A genius has exceptional intellectual or creative power. A savant is a learned person. And a scholar is someone who studies and learns. 4. A person who eats human flesh. A. Carnivore. B. Cannibal. C. Herbivore. D. Omnivore. Answer B. Explanation. A cannibal is a person who eats human flesh. Carnivores eat meat. Herbivores eat plants, and omnivores eat both plants and animals. 5. A remedy for all diseases. A. Antidote. B. Panacea. C. Vaccine. Therapy. Answer B. Panacea. Explanation. A panacea is a remedy that is believed to cure all diseases. An antidote counteracts poison. A vaccine prevents specific diseases, and therapy refers to treatment for illness. A person who withdraws from society to live in solitude. A. Recluse. B. Extrovert. C. Introvert. D. Hermit. Explanation: a hermit is a person who lives in solitude, away from society. A recluse is also someone who avoids social interaction. An introvert is someone shy and reserved, and an extrovert is outgoing and social. A person who is habitually lazy. A. Idle. B. Indolent. C. Diligent. D. Lethargic. Answer: B. Explanation: indolent describes a person who is habitually lazy or avoids work. Idle refers to not being active. Diligent means hardworking, and lethargic describes being sluggish or tired. Task 8. A place where weapons and ammunition are stored. A. Armory. B. Arsenal. C. Barracks. D. Dockyard. Answer: B. Explanation. An arsenal is a place where weapons and ammunition are stored. An armory is also used to store weapons. Barracks is where soldiers live. And dockyard is where ships are built and repaired. A person who looks on the bright side of things. Pessimist. B. Optimist. C. Realist, pragmatist. Answer: B. Optimist. An optimist is a person who looks on the bright side of things. A pessimist expects the worst. A realist sees things as they are. And a pragmatist deals with things sensibly and practically. 10. A decision made by a jury. A. Sentence. B. Judgment. C. Verdict. D. Decree. Answer: verdict. A verdict is a decision made by a jury in a court of law. A sentence is the punishment given to a guilty party. A judgment is the final decision of the court. And a decree is an official order issued by a legal authority. Now share 11. An expert in the study of birds. A. Botanist. B. Zoologist. C. Ornithologist. D. Biologist. Answer: C. Explanation: an ornithologist is an expert in the study of birds. A botanist studies plants, a zoologist studies animals, and a biologist studies living organisms. 12. A speech given on a special occasion. A. Lecture. C. Address. D. Oration. Explanation: an oration is a formal speech given on a special occasion. A lecture is an informative talk. A sermon is a religious speech, and an address refers to a formal speech given to an audience. 13. A person who helps another in a crime. A. Accomplice. B. Culprit. C. Victim. Defendant. Explanation: an accomplice is someone who helps another person commit a crime. A culprit is the person responsible for the crime. A victim is the one harmed by the crime, and a defendant is the person accused of the crime. A person who works for free. A. Amateur. B. Volunteer. C. Intern. D. Apprentice. Answer: B. Volunteer. A volunteer is someone who works without pay, usually for a charitable or social cause. An amateur is someone who engages in an activity for pleasure, not as a profession. An intern works to gain experience, and an apprentice learns a trade under a skilled professional. 15. A doctor who specializes in treating children. A. Pediatrician. B. Cardiologist. C. Dermatologist. D. Neurologist. Answer: A. Pediatrician. A pediatrician is a doctor who specializes in treating children. A cardiologist specializes in heart diseases, a dermatologist in skin conditions, and a neurologist in brain and nervous system disorders. 16. A speech in praise of someone, typically after death. A. Elegy. Eulogy. C. Ode. Answer: B. Eulogy. Explanation: a eulogy is a speech or piece of writing that praises someone, typically after their death. An elegy is a poem of lamentation. An ode is a lyrical poem, and a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. 17. A person who is not sure about the existence of God. A. Theist. B. Atheist. C. Agnostic. D. Polytheist. Answer: C. Agnostic. Explanation: an agnostic is someone who is uncertain about the existence of God. A theist believes in God, an atheist does not believe in God, and a polytheist believes in multiple gods. 18. A place where fish are kept. A. Aviary. B, apiary, C, aquarium, D, zoology. Aquarium. An aquarium is a place where fish and other aquatic animals are kept. An aviary is for birds, an apiary is for bees, and zoology is the study of animals. Habit 20. A person who knows many languages. A, polyglot, B, bilingual, C, linguist, D, philologist. Explanation. A polyglot is a person who knows and speaks several languages. A bilingual speaks 2 languages, a linguist is an expert in languages, and a philologist is someone who studies the historical development of languages. 21. A place where animals are slaughtered for food. A, abattoir, B, aviary, C, butchery, D, cannery. Answer, A. Explanation. An abattoir is a place where animals are slaughtered for food. A butchery refers to a place where meat is prepared. An aviary is a large enclosure for birds, and a cannery is a factory where food is canned. Tablet 22. One who can do anything for money. A, mercenary, B, philanthropist, C, altruist, D, volunteer. Answer, A. Mercenary. Explanation. A mercenary is a person who is willing to do anything for money, typically working as a soldier for hire. A philanthropist promotes the welfare of others, an altruist is selflessly concerned for others, and a volunteer offers service without pay. 23. A medicine to counteract poison. A, antibiotic, B, antidote, C, antiseptic, D, analgesic. Answer, B, antidote. An antidote is a substance that counteracts poison. Antibiotics treat bacterial infections, antiseptics prevent the growth of microorganisms, and analgesics relieve pain. 24. A state of perfect happiness. A, ecstasy, B, euphoria, C, bliss. Answer, D, nirvana. Explanation. Nirvana refers to a state of perfect happiness and peace, often associated with spiritual enlightenment. Ecstasy and euphoria are intense feelings of happiness, and bliss refers to a state of perfect joy. 25. One who studies the stars and planets. A, geologist, B, astronomer, C, astrologer, D, meteorologist. Astronomer. Explanation. An astronomer studies the stars, planets, and other celestial bodies. An astrologer studies how the positions of celestial bodies affect human affairs, a geologist studies Earth, and a meteorologist studies the weather. 26. A person who writes for newspapers. A, novelist, B, columnist, C, editor, D, journalist. Answer, D, journal. Explanation. A journalist is a person who writes news articles or reports for newspapers, television, or online platforms. A novelist writes fiction books, a columnist regularly writes opinion pieces, and an editor reviews and revises written content. 27. A person who opposes war and violence. A, pacifist, B, agitator, C, activist, D, chauvinist. A, pacifist. Explanation. A pacifist is someone who believes in nonviolence and opposes war. An agitator stirs up public feelings, an activist campaigns for social or political change, and a chauvinist has excessive patriotism or belief in national superiority. 28. A person who draws maps. A, cartographer, B, geographer, C, topographer, D, archaeologist. Answer, A. Explanation. A cartographer is someone who draws or makes maps. A geographer studies the Earth's physical features, a topographer studies and represents land features, and an archaeologist studies ancient cultures and artifacts. 29. A person who lends money at high interest rates. A, usurer, B, broker, C, financier, D, investor. Answer. Explanation. A usurer is someone who lends money at unreasonably high interest rates. A broker arranges deals, a financier handles large-scale financial matters, and an investor allocates money in ventures expecting a profit. 30. A person who looks at the negative side of everything. A, optimist, B, pessimist, C, realist, D, cynic. Answer, B, pessimist. Explanation. A pessimist is someone who expects the worst or looks at the negative side of things. An optimist sees the bright side, a realist deals with things as they are, and a cynic tends to distrust people's motives.